Fantasy football owners need some good news on the running back injury front, as plenty of studs are out: Latavius Murray, Saquon Barkley, etc., and several more. Antonio Gibson, Sony Michel, DeAndre Swift, are questionable. Add in Damien Williams' confusing COVID situation, and you have some game-time decisions that will cause Week 7 fantasy start-sit-em headaches. We're here to help with the latest updates and official active/inactive reports. For news on injured WRs Sterling Shepard, Julio Jones, Allen Robinson, Tyreek Hill, and Devonta Parker, click here. For more on bang-up-tased Darren Waller, DJ Hawkinson, and Evan Engram, click here. For news on Alex Collins, go here. For the Week 7 weather forecast, go here. For all the latest fantasy news, follow us on Twitter at SNFantasy. Week 7 Fantasy, Sleepers, Busts, Start-em, Sit-em Update. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported late Saturday night that Williams is expected to play against Tampa. Williams, COVID, was activated from the COVID/reserve list on Saturday and should be active on Sunday against the Bucs. Because Hess missed practice most of the past 2 weeks, it's possible the Bears leave Williams on the sidelines, but we're expecting him to suit up and at least split airbay duties with Khalil Herbert. It's tough to know how the Bears will use their RBs against the league's top run defense. Williams should serve as the Bears' primary passing down back, and considering the Buccaneers are heavy favorites, he could see a lot of work in the second half. We still like him as a flex back, especially in PPR leagues, but if possible, this is a situation to avoid. Week 7 PPR rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker update: ESPN's Adam Schefter reported late Saturday night that Gibson is expected to play against Green Bay. Despite limping in and out of last week's game, Gibson, shin, was on the same practice pattern as usual this week, missing Wednesday but getting in limited sessions on Thursday and Friday. It would be a surprise if Hess inactive against the Packers. Gibson is a bit riskier than usual, as it seems like his shin ailment is getting worse. Factor in that Green Bay is expected to win big, thus creating more passing down chances for J.D. McKissic, and Gibson is an unreliable play. However, with all the buys and other injuries this week, you can't sit Gibson if Hess active. McKissic is a high-end flex in PPR leagues and could even be used in standard leagues if Gibson is active. If Gibson is a surprise scratch, McKissic would bump up to a high-end RB2 in PPR and lower-end RB2 in standard. Jarrett Patterson would also see some carries, but he'd be tough to trust in either format. Week 7 standard rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker Swift, groin, is once again questionable despite practicing in a limited fashion all week. Hess in no real danger of missing Sunday's late afternoon game against the Rams. It often takes until garbage time for Swift to really get going, but the good news is the Lions should see ample opportunities again while trailing in the second half. Consider Swift a high-end RB2. If he has a setback and is a surprise scratch, Jamal Williams would be an RB2 in all formats. Week 7 DFS lineups: DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo. Michel, shoulder, is officially questionable for Sunday's late afternoon game against Detroit, but coach Sean McVay has already said Michel is expected to play. More Week 7 DFS, best stacks, best values, lineup builder. Given the matchup and all the key RBs out, you can try Michel as a flex in standard leagues, but Darrell Henderson is clearly the leader in this backfield.